Hello and welcome to New Fast Food. We've got a lot of fast food news today, including a brand new chicken sandwich available at Wendy's, a new frozen beverage available at Burger King, and big changes are in store at Chipotle. Yes, we found out a lot about some Chipotle test items earlier this week, and now we're finding out about some other changes that are coming to Chipotle in the near future. If you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Plus, you'll also want to hit that notification bell, so therefore you'll always be notified when I release new videos. With that, let's get started. And before we jump into the new announcements that we're going to talk about today, I want to give you some quick updates on some things that we've talked about in the past, but are now being officially announced and released. We're going to start with Nacho Fries, and Taco Bell recently officially announced that Nacho Fries will be returning on July 12th. That's the same date that I reported that the Nacho Fries will be returning way back at the end of May, so about a month ahead of the official announcement from Taco Bell. Coming along with the official announcement, though, we learned a little bit of new information. Nothing major, but we did learn that they're making a Web of Fries 2, which is a follow-up to their Web of Fries sort of advertisement that they had online that was sort of done in a movie trailer style, but sort of explaining the history of, or fake history of why Taco Bell didn't have fries in the past. So they're making a sequel to that, Web of Fries 2, and they're also opening a pop-up restaurant at Comic-Con that's going to be modeled after the Demolition Man version of Taco Bell restaurants. Remember, in Demolition Man, the big thing was that Taco Bell was the only restaurant chain left. They'd outlasted all of the other restaurant chains, and every restaurant was now a Taco Bell. So the Nacho Fries have now officially been announced, and we've also got an official announcement from Dunkin' Donuts on their donut fries. I first reported about the donut fries about 3 months ago when they were in the testing phase, and then a few weeks ago I actually reported that they would be coming nationwide in July. So nothing has changed since I reported that a couple weeks ago. Just wanted you to know that that has now officially been announced. Also officially announced was the Burger King American Brewhouse King. I talked about that earlier this week. I did not know what the official release date was going to be for that. Turns out it was officially announced 2 days after I released that video. So again, you heard it here first, 2 days before anywhere else. But enough about the olds. Let's get back onto the news, and there are quite a few new things for us to talk about here. The first one is a new chicken sandwich from Wendy's. This is a $1 chicken sandwich. This is their crispy chicken sandwiches. This new one is called the Buffalo Ranch chicken sandwich. And I love these Wendy's promotional $1 chicken sandwiches because they bring quite a bit to the table that normally $1 chicken sandwiches don't. What I mean by that is that usually these $1 chicken sandwiches only come with lettuce and mayonnaise. And then usually when restaurants try to add anything on top of that, they raise the price to be over $1. But Wendy's, they're really good at bringing in these promotional versions of their crispy chicken sandwich and still keeping them at $1. In the past, they've had a Chipotle version. I think they've also had just a regular ranch version. And this one is the Buffalo Ranch version, which adds a Buffalo Ranch sauce as well as a slice of Monterey Jack cheese. The cheese is the important part. I don't think there's anywhere else you can get a $1 chicken sandwich that comes with cheese. So that's pretty unique to Wendy's when they run one of these promotional chicken sandwiches, which they're doing now. It's the Buffalo Ranch crispy chicken sandwich, $1 at Wendy's. Alright, jumping over from Wendy's back to Burger King. Of course, Burger King did release that new American Brewhouse King sandwich this week. And then at the same time, they released a new frozen beverage. This is the frozen orange Fanta. And it's basically exactly what it sounds like. Yeah, they have the frozen Coke, and now they have the frozen orange Fanta, two soda flavors that they now have frozen versions of. And what I like about Burger King and their promotional frozen drinks is that they usually have really good deals on them. So the frozen orange Fanta is available for $1, similar to the frosted frozen lemonade that they came out with a couple of months ago, which was also $1. Burger King, like I said, does a good job of bringing in these frozen treat drinks that have a really good price of $1. It looks like this orange flavor is replacing that frozen lemonade because they are only marketing the frozen Coke and the frozen orange Fanta. You can get both right now for $1 a piece. Next up, let's talk about Chipotle, and Chipotle has given us quite a bit to talk about this week. They first had those new test items that they're rolled out in their new public test kitchen in New York, and now they just had their quarterly investor conference call where we're finding out about a lot of other changes that they have in store for us this year and next year. There's like 4 big changes that they talked about on this call. And the first one is happy hour. So they're planning on rolling out a happy hour, which would be between the hours of 2 and 5, where you can get things like $2 tacos and then discounted drinks. Actually, most of the articles that I read described it as a $2 tacos with a drink, but I think that's just too good to be true. I think there was probably some misinterpretation there, because I don't think that Chipotle could possibly offer $2 for a drink and a taco. That would bring the prices down to like Taco Bell level, which I don't think they would do. But $2 for a taco, and then also discounted drinks, I think is doable for Chipotle, and I think that would be what they would be offering when they roll out this happy hour, whenever they plan to do so. The next thing that they talked about was the possibility of bringing back chorizo. So they said we really don't want to introduce a lot of variations on the meats. We don't really want to introduce a whole bunch of new types of meats, but one thing that they are considering doing is bringing back chorizo for whatever reason. I'm not really sure why they would do that. Obviously chorizo was taken off the menu because it must not have been popular enough to keep it on the menu. There may be something that's changed that they think chorizo will do better now. Maybe they have a better deal on chorizo. They can buy it cheaper, so even if they sell less, it's not as big of a deal. I'm not really sure why they would do that, but there must be some reason that they're considering bringing back chorizo to Chipotle menus. Okay, the third thing is a loyalty program. So they say this is something that they have been planning for a while now, and this is something that they actually do plan to roll out sometime in 2019. It's some kind of loyalty program. They haven't shared any details about it, but you know, loyalty programs, you know, they're all pretty much the same. You buy so many burritos and you get one free, or you buy a certain dollar amount and you get a certain discount on your next meal. It's going to almost assuredly be some variation on those two formats. But they also did mention that they want to use the loyalty program to incentivize you to buy things that you normally wouldn't. So of course, this will probably be a mobile app centered loyalty program where you have to download the mobile app to participate. And then of course, when you do that, they're tracking what you're purchasing and stuff like that. So they can say things like, hey, this guy normally doesn't get guacamole with his order. Let's give him some free guacamole next time, with the hopes that he'll enjoy it so much that he'll start adding guacamole to his future orders. So they can start doing things like that with the digital loyalty programs, and it sounds like that's going to be one of the focuses of this loyalty program, aside from, you know, the regular loyalty program formats. And then the last change they talked about is adding pickup shelves to stores. And this is interesting. They said that they added a pickup window at a restaurant in Texas, where basically they just took a Chipotle, they cut a hole in the wall and made it a pickup window. And they said just by adding that pickup window, you know, not marketing it or really advertising it at all, just by adding that window, they were able to double their pickup orders, which, you know, basically people would see the pickup window and be like, man, that's convenient, I should do that next time. And then next time they would order their burrito for pickup and then just go right to the window to do it. So they were encouraged by the results from that, but they're looking at all their stores, they just realized that adding pickup windows to all of them, or even a lot of them, is not very feasible, just the way that the stores are laid out. So what they're trying instead, they've already started trying this at some of the restaurants in New York. What they've started trying is adding pickup shelves, which are basically, you see them here, they're basically just some metal shelves that they put together, where they put people's pickup orders on them, and when you get to Chipotle, you just go look for your name or number, however they're doing it, and you grab your bag and leave. I think that there is some obvious problems with this method. I mean, what's stopping anybody from just walking into Chipotle, grabbing one of those bags off the shelf, and walking out? There's really nothing at this point. They're not checking names. They're not even talking to you. when you come to pick up your order, they put it on the shelf, you come and grab it. So I think if this test of these shelves is successful, they'll probably have to come up with some other solution for it. I think one possible solution is the way that Little Caesars has gone with their pizzas. In case you don't know, a lot of Little Caesars restaurants are introducing these new pizza lockers where basically you order your Little Caesars pizza online, and then when you get to the store, instead of having to go up to the cash register or wait in line or anything, they have all these little doors off to the side, and you just find your pizza, you punch in the code that you got when you placed the order, and the door opens and you just take your pizza. So I think that is something that Chipotle will likely turn to if these pickup shelves turn out to be successful. And I'm going to leave you with this. This actually isn't something new, but there have recently been a lot of news stories written about it. So a lot of people are thinking that it's new. And these are the muffin toppers from McDonald's. Basically what they are is just the top of the muffins, which a lot of people think is the best part of the muffins. In fact, there was a whole Seinfeld episode about it. In that episode, the big thing was, what do you do with the bottoms of the muffins after you cut the tops off? I think it's pretty clear here that McDonald's is only baking the top of the muffins, so there is no stump to worry about. But anyways, there's been a lot of news stories about this lately, even though these muffin toppers have been testing for over a year. And so even though it is not new, I do think it's probably worth me mentioning, because the fact that they're talking about it to these big news outlets like Bloomberg signals to me that these may be something that are ready to graduate from testing and may be released nationwide sooner than we think. But that's enough out of me. Now it's up to you to continue the conversation down below. I want to know, which new $1 item are you more excited about? Is it the Buffalo Ranch Crispy Chicken from Wendy's or the frozen orange Fanta from Burger King? I'm really interested to find out which one is more preferred by you, my fast food foodies and drive-thru cuties. Thank you very much for watching. If this is your first time tuning in, consider subscribing. We talk about fun stuff like this twice a week. I release new videos every Tuesday and Friday, and you can watch more right now.